Hello, my name is Ben Thompson. I'm an audiologist and founder of Treble Health. I specialize in tinnitus, and in this video, I will talk about benzodiazepines, a certain kind of medication, and how that can be used for tinnitus, and some things to be mindful of if you've been recommended or prescribed benzodiazepines. It's worth noting that first, I want to say, I am not a physician, a medical doctor. I went to 3 years of graduate school for audiology and earned a Doctor of Audiology degree where I focused on tinnitus, or also pronounced tinnitus. And ringing in the ears is sometimes often related to psychological distress. So when someone develops sudden tinnitus, they're sometimes prescribed things like Xanax, Klonopin, and other kinds of benzodiazepines, which are drugs, prescription medications that can help get us out of that fight or flight response and get us out of severe anxiety, severe stress. This video is focused on educational information. You should definitely speak to your physician and trust them about the kinds of medications that they're recommending. You should ask about the pros and cons, the risks and benefits of any medication that your doctor recommends. You can also consult a pharmacist about medication interactions if you have multiple medications at the same time. We all want you to be safe, healthy. We do not want this tinnitus-related distress to influence your life in any real way. If this video is of interest to you, please leave a thumbs up and find that subscribe button. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel in this community. It makes a big difference, and I personally appreciate that when you do. At Treble Health, we see hundreds of patients every month via telehealth, and our focus is on tinnitus. And a significant percentage of our community has received medications, prescription medications for them related to things like anxiety, stress, insomnia. And for many people, they didn't have any of those conditions before the tinnitus started. So ask yourself, did my stress, anxiety, or insomnia happen because of my tinnitus or right after my tinnitus? Then using medications for that could be something that your doctor recommends. That would be a different journey than someone who's had anxiety for many years and then develops tinnitus. So all this to say, medications can be used successfully to help get you through the most challenging parts of tinnitus. But I personally, and this is my personal opinion, think that there's some benefits to being strategic about how you're using medication so that you're not on it forever or as long as you have tinnitus. Because even though it might make you feel better while you have the drugs in your system, there could be a better way of considering different options there, of slowly tapering off of certain medications, of working with your doctors to develop a plan, and sometimes simply stating to them, hey doc, just so you know, I'd prefer not to be on these medications, so can we all be on the same team around that? And can you let me know of my options to make that possible? Now that's your decision, and I'm simply sharing my personal opinion as an audiologist on this subject. Benzodiazepines are a class of medications that have a sedative effect. They're often prescribed to help with severe stress, reducing anxiety, or insomnia. People with tinnitus are often prescribed these medications because they're having trouble with sleep or anxiety, and especially in the first few months of developing sudden, loud tinnitus, ringing in the ears or in the head. From our research, benzodiazepines are typically only meant to be used between 2 and 4 weeks. The use of benzodiazepines can have side effects on memory, mood, breathing, and balance. Some examples of the most common benzos or benzodiazepines are Xanax, Klonopin, Valium, Ativan, and Versed. Do benzodiazepines help with tinnitus? There's no evidence that the medication itself helps reduce awareness, loudness, or annoyance of tinnitus. The American Academy of Audiology, you can think of this like the nationwide group of ENT doctors or the educational ENT doctor community. They do not recommend using benzodiazepines to treat tinnitus due to lack of evidence and potential for harm. People do often find that when they're first using these medications, they may feel better about their tinnitus because it may enable them to sleep more. And that extra sleep will definitely have a positive effect on your quality of life, your energy, your mood. However, in the long run, research has shown that high doses of some benzodiazepines may actually interfere with the brain's natural process of habituation to reduce tinnitus. That said, I've personally worked with individuals who have reduced their tinnitus over time through the habituation process while they are on benzodiazepine medication. So it's not impossible by any means, but all things equal, it may be better to have those drugs out of your system if you are trying to get the maximum benefits of tinnitus habituation. Now, that's a decision you shouldn't make by yourself. You should absolutely talk to your doctor, your physician, your primary care doctor, your ENT doctor, your psychiatrist, whoever you're working with that prescribe these medications. Please have a close dialogue with them before even considering changing the dosage. So be cautious with long-term use of benzodiazepines, especially at higher doses. It may interfere with certain therapies or treatments that you're trying to pursue with tinnitus. And again, I'm an audiologist, not a medical doctor, but this information is so important that I'm willing to discuss the topic here with you today. Now, what should you do if you're currently taking benzodiazepines and you have tinnitus? Well, number one, do not stop taking the medications that you've been taking regularly. Withdrawal symptoms from these drugs are common and can be quite severe. And those withdrawal symptoms could include actual worsening of tinnitus, which of course you don't want. Medication may not help you manage and habituate to your tinnitus in the long run, so it is recommended that you also learn different strategies, management techniques, coping techniques, and use different tools that are currently available to help you reduce tinnitus over time outside of medications. And that would be things like sound therapy treatment, one-on-one coaching by an audiologist, or cognitive behavioral therapy by a psychologist. If you're currently undergoing treatments, let's say with an audiologist from our team, and you're seeing that the results are a bit slower than what you'd like, and you're also on benzodiazepines at the same time, that is an area to look at. Because if your progress is slower, we can consider having that discussion with your doctor, with your physician, to look at our options for reducing the dosage of those medications, tapering off them, or potentially switching to another drug family that your physician could switch for you so that you could still get some of the benefits of the medication that you're taking, but is a bit more friendly for reducing tinnitus long term. Ultimately, the decision to use or change drugs like benzodiazepine, prescription medication, it's going to be a dialogue between you, your physician, your doctors, as well as potentially a pharmacist. I'm an audiologist, and the purpose of this video is educational. If it was helpful, please write in the comments helpful. Leave a thumbs up on this video. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you need further help with tinnitus, please do go to treblehealth.com, where we have a team of audiologists and medical devices that are suited to help you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching today's video with Treble Health. Check out our next video by clicking the button on this screen or another recommended video. And if you're not already, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks so much. See you on the next video.